do 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 do. Such a good feeling coming my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Morning. How is everybody doing? Yeah, yeah. We are here for whatever reason. All right, let's get things arranged here. And we got the famous bum crack picker. Howdy lag. Texas Bandit says boogers. And got Mike Bullbag, Banana Fana Fullback. Robin, good morning, my lovely lady. Can barely hear me. Alright, I'll restart it, I guess. Wait. How about now? Can you hear me now? Chastity. Yeah, what's going on in the wide, wide world of sports? Kent says the sound is fine. I don't know. I've had several people last several shows say I'm hard to hear. I don't know. So everybody had their coffee. They're ready to go. So I think Tom is still out of town taking care of business. Do do do. Just turn your laptop volume to high. I don't know why. Is it on your end or is it on my end? Because everybody has an end. Kind of like, what's that old saying? Everybody's got an asshole. Okay. Huh. I don't know. I promise y'all my volume is all the way up on my microphone. Microphone. I just don't know. Well, here, let me unplug it and plug it back in, see if that helps. Okay, I plugged back in. Can you hear me now? Do 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 do. Sadie just mutes me. All right. Kent says it's still fine. It's good? All right. Because we can't have people not being able to hear me. Yeah, so Tom sent a message on Facebook. He's still out of town. I don't know. He said he thought he might be back today, but he's not here, is he? Well, we'll live. We'll live to fight another day. Chastity says, I hear you just fine. I've only got one earbud in. I'm not buying anything. Everything's very high priced. Bitcoin is continuing its march higher. And gold. How about gold, man? It's $2,150. Jeez. Bitcoin is 67,000. And do 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 do. Looking at gold. What? Oh, I may have just gotten dumped by my site that I checked gold and silver on. Well, it was weird. It worked this earlier this morning. Maybe they implemented a new thing. Bitcoin comes up on the site, but gold and silver don't. It says you are not entitled. It's available with a premium subscription. Well, I ain't gonna do that. I just check. I'll just check gold on a different site. How about Kitco? We'll try Kitco. Kitco. Probably should do that anyway. Kitco's probably got. All right, yeah. Gold is at $2,154.60. Jeez. All right. How about silver? Silver. Let's see, silver. Here we go. $24.19. Dang. It's just been a short time since silver was like $16 an ounce, and now it's 24. It's craziness, I tell you. It's craziness. Yeah, Bitcoin ETFs. Gold is flying, yeah. Record highs. We could get silver to record highs. That'd be cool. But the only time silver's been higher than it is now once was the 2009, 10, 11 economic crash debacle. And the other was 1980 when the Hunt brothers tried to corner the market. And on that date, it went up to like $52 an ounce. So if silver goes to 52 again, either something's weird or our economy has gotten even worse, which either could happen. There's no telling this election year what's. I think we're in for a wild ride. A wild ride. Mexico says it wants to join BRICS now. Hmm. Yeah, you know, BRICS nations. That would be Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And Mexico wants in the bricks now, huh? I think the only way the bricks could just kill everything would be if they got together and made a common currency. So we'll see about that. Mhm. Mexico wants to send bricks. Don't give them any ideas. If they got bricks with them, how are they going to cross the river? Never mind. do, do. So what else is going on? I have 7 orders going out for a total of $150. So that's not a very high average sales per item, but it's 7 more things than I had before. I'll take it. I'll have to take it because that's my thing. You didn't get any sales yesterday, Chastity? Kent says sales are good, steady. Yeah, pick a tunnel, any tunnel. Are there really tunnels underneath the Rio Grande? Those would have to be deep because they would flood, wouldn't they? Or I don't know. I guess the tunnels would have to be on this side of the river. My sales are awful too. Sold 1 pair of ballet shoes. Lag bottom. I heard Blag is like in the Bolshoi. Isn't that the name of that ballet company in Russia, the Bolshoi Ballet? I think that's right. What else is going on? What's the weather like today? It's time for a weather report. It is 65 going to a high of 71. And we're cloudy. Oh, we got a little rain in the forecast. It's supposed to rain about 2 o'clock. Hi, Jim and Tara. I'll put an invite in the chat because I'm sitting here all by myself. Somebody come in and chat me up. It's been a long time since we've had a gym story. Not a story about a gymnasium, a gym story. Yeah. Spring fever. You collect ballet shoes, or you collect ballet dancers? A bolt of tulle for sale if Lag needs to make a tutu. I have a feeling that Lag would not look good in a tutu. Yeah, Anissa told me a day or two ago that she's got like She got like 200 ballet shoes. You'd surprise me. I'm sure you would. You might look good in a tutu. Oh, I was standing corrected. 300 pairs. My luck, I'd get an order for ballet shoes and I'd send 2 right feet or something like that. Uh-oh. And the guest stars today are
I'll come
Carol
help
and
you out.
Jim.
I'll come help you out since you don't have any Tom. Where the heck is Tom?
He's he and Roberta are just slacking off basically. They keep doing
Sleeping in and stuff.
doctor appointments and
Oh,
You better not be out of town.
no,
I
he's
think
at the
they're
doctor.
Oh.
I think they're out of town some. I don't know what
Oh
else is
boy,
going on.
goofing off.
How are you guys? How y'all been?
Pretty good. Pretty, I guess, normal, boring life. Nothing very exciting.
Nothing
Buy low,
exciting.
sell high.
Yeah, just kind of whatever.
Oh, sold a crazy cup.
Well, yeah, this is kind of it's not like it's like hundreds of dollars, but it is kind of cool. So I got this like stack of plastic cups. They're like they're University of Kentucky cups. Like stuff they give away at stadiums.
But
So
you'll keep it in your cabinet for a couple months, and you say this cup's junk.
so I got a whole stack of them, and one of the cups in there was an old Dairy Queen cup from like the 90s. Kids, you got with a kids meal, and it was for Tiny Toons. Like,
Babs Bunny.
I'll list it, whatever. That thing sold
Babs
for like
Bunny.
$45.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I put it on auction. There was no comps, so I'll just run it at a 5-day auction. I mean, I started it because I thought it was worthless for $5.99. Anyway, it sold for like $45. Ain't that crazy?
It would be something at a buy it now. You'd be questioning yourself at $5.99. Will this ever sell?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those really stupid things, and just funny.
Dot is hot. Like Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. That Dot? Phil? Do, do. What was that about volume? Yeah, everybody's been saying my volume's been low, so when somebody else comes on to talk with me, they drown me out or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, yell more, Todd.
Well, I
Oh,
don't
my
want the
mic
wife
pops.
coming in here and griping at me.
I have I haven't been doing this hangouts very much, so I have this old equipment, and I guess I figure I'm not going to do a show, so just gonna have to live with the
Eh,
mic popping.
you're fine. You sound normal to me,
Yeah, I don't know.
but everybody
Maybe you're
says,
just used to it.
uh,
Maybe you're just used to it.
no, I just can't hear anymore. I'm so old.
Oh, okay. Don't turn the hearing aid up too loud; you'll go deaf.
You know. I think it's funny when somebody's hearing aid has that like what do you call it? When
Feedback.
it screeches, yeah,
Oh yeah, like
feedback,
feedback.
and they don't even hear it when it does it. The
Yeah.
person,
You want to hear this is kind of an interesting story. So this was when I was young, and I'm up in Wisconsin. I had a stud horse. I have him turned out by himself. I have an older gentleman that comes over to, I don't know, is over there for some reason visiting or whatever. And horse keeps coming up to him. He's standing by the fence. I couldn't hear it, but obviously the horse did. He'd come over and he nuzzle the guy in the side of the ear and end up like shutting off his hearing aid or recycling it or resetting it or something. But so he fixed it because the first time you think it's a fluke. But I mean, the horse did it like 3 times in a row. So obviously it was a high enough frequency where that horse was hearing it or something.
I remember that horse. His name was Mr. Ed.
No, it was Sparky, asshole.
Sparky
It was
asshole.
Sparky the stud. And he
They put
it was
peanut butter in the
him.
guy's ear so the horse would go up and nudge it.
Anyway. No. Anyway. So how's it been going? You been hitting it hard, Todd?
No, about the same as always.
Mm.
I got too much stuff to list, and
I know I gotta get caught up on the listing too. I got like this
sales are
stacks of
steady.
stuff that I bought, and for whatever reason, I get doing some other stuff, and I haven't kept up on listings. So,
Hey, Julie, haven't seen you in a while either.
hey, Julie, Sparky asshole, I've been called worse. I never call Jim Sparky, but I do call him asshole.
Sparky got out one day.
Oh, that's not even very good.
There are two ponies in season. Well, no, I mean Shetland ponies. And this is a full size horse.
He's old at this time.
Yeah, he's older. He decides, well, I'm frisky. So anyway, he died of a heart attack chasing around those two girls. So what a way to go.
Yeah, I would. There would be worse ways to go.
Yeah, go out with one last hurrah. I used to work at a racehorse farm when I was up in Wisconsin when I was younger. And they had a half-mile training track, and they had a pasture that was way on the other end of the half-mile training track. So I would send the stall cleaners down there in a vehicle to go open the gate, and these thoroughbred broodmares would run up the track, up to the top of the chute where I'd go bring them in the barn. Anyway, it's like May, first kind of warm day up there. Thoroughbred broodmares, they're feeling good. They're feeling high.
Oh,
They let loose up the
first of
track.
May.
They let loose up the track. It was right around Derby time. Anyway, they let loose up the track. They're running full speed. But there was this old kind of school horse type horse out there, and he was old as Methuselah. So he's trying to gallop up the track. He looks like he's doing a slow lope, but he's doing this thing like an Arab will where they'll like swish their nose from side to side and his tail's straight up in the air. I'm like, oh, look at old Blue. He's really giving her. He gets down to the bottom of that chute, runs up to it, rears straight up in the air, falls through the safety rail. You know, they got like that PVC safety rail on the track, falls through the safety rail, stone dead. And I always kind of thought, well, what a way to go. He really was on top of the world trying to gallop up that track with those old thoroughbred brood bears and then dies of a heart attack at the bottom
Oh
of the chute.
gosh.
I just picture myself thinking in the middle, like, oh my gosh, maybe this wasn't such a great idea.
But I mean, he canted
The
all the way
chest
up
pains are
there
getting
because
worse.
the chute was like on a corner, canted all the way up there, and he just reared straight up like Fury and dropped over dead. Anyway, it was...
Dang.
So anyway, the owner, he's an older gentleman, and his wife, this wasn't a horse they owned, it was a horse that somebody was boarding there. So he goes down there, and his wife's like, should we call the vet? And he keeps picking the horse's head up by the halter and dropping it. And her name was Arlie. He goes, he's dead, Arlie. Look, he's dead. What the hell's the vet going to do? He's dead. He must have dropped that horse's head about 5 times.
They do the same thing with people.
He's
like,
dead. What are you going to do? Anyway.
The room temperature, CPR is not going to work. I had a lady, I called 911 for a deceased person. Yeah, and she's insisting that I give the person CPR. I'm like, this person's room temperature and the blood is starting to model. I'm like, ma'am, there's no way. And then finally the guy, the EMT was coming up the driveway. I knew him. I'm like, the EMTs are here. Okay, can I hang up now? She's like, yeah, okay. This 911 dispatcher, she's insisting I give CPR to a deceased person.
Fun times.
No.
Morning, Ping.
Well, you can't say that me and Jim haven't seen a lot, I guess.
Yeah, now we're big excitement selling a Dairy Queen cup.
Yeah. Now you don't have any of that kind of excitement
I don't think
anymore.
The
I've
last
ever
month,
seen a
that's the most
horse.
exciting thing that's happened.
I don't think I've ever seen a horse fall over dead. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I have. I saw one this summer. It was on the news, maybe not out where you were at, but I was at that World Championship Saddlebred show, which is at the Kentucky State Fair. We were getting a horse ready to go in a different class, but I walk up because I'm going to watch a class. It might have been like the park horse class or something. I go sit in the stands. Kids line up, 10 and under. Kids lined up. Horses, they've already turned in the judge's card. Horse rears straight up in the air. falls over backwards on the little girl. Little girl gets hurt, like broke her pelvis, ruptured her bladder. She still rides, but she did get hurt. Horse stood up straight in the air, and when it hit the ground, I knew it was dead because I could tell because it kind of seized a little bit, and then when you die like that, they immediately they lose their bladder control. So it went to the bathroom and stuff, and it just died right there in the middle of the Coliseum.
Oh, I didn't know she broke her pelvis.
Yeah, no, it was on the news because I was up there when I got home.
Oh,
Jim's like, "What happened up there?" Because it was all over the radio and on the TV and stuff.
What's up? They put a curtain around the trailer.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I heard they can help it." I'm like, "No, it's dead. I saw it die. I knew it died." I was like right there, front row seat. I just happened to pick the area where that horse lined up.
Dr. Frankenstein can help it.
Yeah. Well, this is a little more morbid. So okay, so they get
what? You're gonna get worse?
Yeah, so they get the horse out of the ring. They winch it up into the trailer to get it out, but the state vet has to take blood samples off of it and stuff like that because it happened at a horse show. They have these like guys, they're not really horse guys, but they're like the people that work at the Kentucky State, at the fairgrounds, and especially during the fair, they're like do janitorial stuff, that kind of stuff. He comes back, one of these guys comes back to the warm-up ring. Where's that girl? Where's that girl? I got the horse's tail because the horse was wearing what they call a tail switch, which is a fake extension piece of hair. It's this guy. I'm like, oh my God, this guy. You have all these people are like tragically upset, and he's like, I got its tail. Anyway.
I'm gonna tie it to my car antenna.
Yeah, like one of those Exxon tiger tails.
Yeah. Well, it looks like real horsehair. It'd be like women tying in extensions, but this horse happened to have this fake tail on. Anyway,
oh boy.
It also had a brace on too. But anyway.
So the horse had a falsie.
Anyway.
Yeah, excitement rules. How many orders you got going out today?
I don't know. I'd have to go over and look at my page, I guess.
Well, I'm shipping
this weekend was not a good weekend for us. The weekend before was actually really good, and this weekend was kind of a snooze fest. I don't know.
It was sale. Well, no.
I mean, we were doing really good during the week, and then sometime Friday night, Saturday was like atrocious. Sunday was not very great. I mean,
that was when Doom Dust was doing good during the week because we had an unusually good week. Saturday was $10, which we never. I mean, that's like a new.
I never did that anyway. But
that is an all-time record.
I got 15 this morning to ship.
Yeah, my Saturday was good, but the rest of the week's just kind of been.
Yeah, I mean, the weekend before was really good. I'm like, well, it's tax return time, but yeah, it just like really pooped the bed.
And I don't think we made that $10 sale till the evening.
It was weird.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have a goose egg Saturday. I'm like, that I can't remember that ever happened.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had that.
That's crazy. But we did have a very good week.
Yeah. So, but the weekend was not. But then actually, it picked up again Monday. What day is it today? Thursday, actually, and it's been all right the last 3 days.
I'm thinking about trying one of those nuclear resets again. Do you do that?
I've never did it. No.
Where you end and sell similar everything?
Yeah. I don't know. I've never did it. Some people I know swear by it. I mean, we did one a while back, and then Jim yells at me because then you get a whole bunch of stuff that has to get like, like when you end and relist everything.
Oh no!
And then Jim's got like listings that had like mistakes and go through and fix
I need something better than I believe in black magic to go on.
Yeah, I was listening to that Primo Chemo show yesterday.
Yeah, I've listened to him, and I know he does them.
He says he does 200 every day.
Yeah.
And he uses up every one of he's got like a premium store, the middle store.
Yeah.
And he uses up all 10,000 of his listings that way.
Mm-hmm.
Every month. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it that often, but It's been a long time since I did it. I know Scott does it.
Oh, Primo Chemo. It's like Primo, and then chemo starts with a K. Is it Kemo?
KIMO. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's kind of
Dusty used
funny to
to do them
listen to, and
too. He used to end and relist. And
his
honestly, Jim
wife
and
is a
Dusty would be
hoot.
in that private hangout and they'd go
We
round
go
and
back
around.
and forth on
And
that.
Jim Dusty, and I love Dusty, and he's a great reseller in that. But anyway,
Me and Dusty.
everybody's got to do a little bit of stuff their own way. And you could say, like, oh, this reseller's messing up because they're not doing it this way. I mean, in the end, you got to do what you think you should do, I guess.
Me and
Yeah,
Dusty got along great, but
Yeah, I
once in a
think
while
that's
we'd
how
be
you
like a
spell it
Democrat
in
and a
this. So
Republican
it might be,
argument.
it's either Ke or Ki. I can't remember.
yeah, I think that's it. And this has got it. Primo
You know.
chemo. But his wife is a hoot. She just so funny.
Yeah, I'll listen to them sometimes, like if I'm here, I'll like 3 days a week. They have like an afternoon show. Sometimes while I'm working at the computer, I'll listen to it.
They remind me of hippies from the early 70s.
They really remind me of the tiki people, and I know they're really into tiki. I don't know, they really are like that
Yeah.
essential tiki people, like mid-century modern type
Yeah,
lifestyle.
they live in, I think they live in like New England
I
and
think they live. Do they live in Vermont?
yeah, something like that. And, but they always say aloha and they wear Hawaiian shirts and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, you got to live the lifestyle.
yeah,
When you
I
say
live the
Vermonters in New
lifestyle of
Hampshire,
an
I always think
old,
of like Bartles and James, like two
Why
old
is it
guys in
for? Oh,
overalls.
Bartles and James ain't from New England, is it?
I don't think they are, but those kind of people like Pepperidge
I
Farm,
liked.
the Pepperidge Farm guy.
I like Bartles and James. I don't even know if they make it anymore. I like that as much as I like my Michelob Ultra.
Tech and Sports. He's pretty he's got it figured out, I think. I ain't gonna work as hard as that guy does though.
Well,
He says he gets like 3 hours sleep a night and then goes to work all the rest of the time.
yeah. Well, when you're hungry, you'll work hard.
I was gonna say
I
something.
mean, when you're hungry for success, I don't mean like hungry for food. I mean hungry for success. You will work hard. You'll work harder for yourself than you will for somebody else.
My
Well,
last semester of college, I had 3 jobs and was going to school full time for my last semester. I slept like 2 or 3 hours a night because that's all I had. I mean, it wasn't like I'm not getting sleep because I'm staying up watching TV. It's literally I was either working or at school or sleeping. Those my whole for one semester. That was my whole life.
Yes, the air horn sometimes is like, not the air horn again. I haven't really been watching that. I haven't been listening to a lot of reseller stuff. I mean, sometimes
yeah,
I'll play like that, my boring reseller life James in the background while I'm not watching the video. I'm just listening to it. Sometimes I'll play his while I'm listening, or like
yeah,
Scott's when he does like his Wednesday or Friday show. Maybe I'll listen to that on replay or something like that.
yeah. Chernock air horn. Yeah, primo chemo. He's got all these sound effects, and he always
Yeah,
blows an air horn.
it's like an old time radio show or something. He's got like the laugh track and
I want to get one of those air horns for around the house though, for when somebody says something cool or something.
oh yeah, great.
Everybody in the house will have one.
No, nobody says anything cool in this house.
A little too chipper for you.
Yeah, I like my resellers to be broody and down in the dumps too.
Emo.
An emo reseller.
Like me and Jim, and
Yeah. Dye your hair black, wear black on black clothing.
there you go. Look like a Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
My mom buys my clothes at Hot Topic.
Oh. My son listens to these my son's not emo, and I wouldn't even know this was a word other than I have a teenager. Emo is like, I guess, what you used to probably call goth kids back in the 90s, where they wear like, they're broody and wear a lot of black and
Gold didn't go to 2200, did it?
yes, I like the Sky is Falling ones too.
It's called the song that he listens to is called I Dress Like a Nazi.
Oh yeah. I don't think you can say that word on YouTube live. You're probably going to get Poor Todd's gonna get
It's
like
on
doxxed
the
more.
video is on YouTube.
I'm just saying.
He watches it 3 times a day. It's on YouTube.
Hmm.
Mhm.
No, it's called emo, not Elmo.
No, Elmo's red, Emo's black.
Yeah.
They wear like eye makeup and they have black nail polish. The dudes.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber hair, but it's dyed black.
Black on black.
Yeah, black on black on black.
Yeah.
Noir, noir.
Yeah.
Noir.
We're all getting reached 24K. Our gold is increasing in value. It's time to sell, I guess. I don't know what I'd buy with the money if I sold the gold, but hey, stay woke.
Come on. Come on, Sassy.
What else is going on? Nothing.
Nothing very exciting.
No.
Not really. Just been riding horses and trying to list stuff. I gotta go pick up some auction stuff today. At 2 different auctions.
I tested a bunch of stereo equipment yesterday.
Oh yeah, I make Jim do that. I don't test electronics.
I got a stack of units from the auction, and only about half of them work, but I got them so darn cheap. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, it's hard. And when you get them cheap enough, if they're totally messed up, you can just take some parts off of them. And
I got this Bose equalizer that thank God it worked, because it's like $150.
oh, cool.
So I listed it yesterday. But I found out a receiver isn't working, and a tape deck isn't working, so just I got more
See, that's what happens to me. And then I tell Jim, test these electronics. And then Jim doesn't get the electronics tested.
Well,
And then I look at
stand.
this.
If it's a
Then I
stand.
look at this stack of electronics, and then I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, the rubber roller. I have belts, but I don't have those rubber rollers. And they're always. Oh, the rubber roller's gonna be shot.
See how he gets defensive because he thinks I'm like griping at him right now. He gets all defensive.
No, that's why I tell you, watch out. Don't
I'm
go
just saying.
on that stuff.
Well, they're not super easy to test because they're usually kind of heavy, and you got to stick the
Well,
wires.
Jim has a
and
stereo
that's fun.
system set up in the living room, so I think, don't you just plug into that to test new components?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a nice one. He bought it. He decided to keep it, but it was a whole
Oh my
Sony system, the whole system, and it was in one of those like 1980 cases, with the glass door and that. And Jim's like, "No, I'm keeping this
Yeah, I
one.
think
It's
the
too
data
nice."
like 1986. I mean, it is sweet because my roommate had a JVC component that was nice. I mean, it was probably the nicest one on our wing, on the wing of our dorms. It was a nice setup. I mean, this thing makes that thing look like a pile of junk. I mean, this Sony, it is a nice setup. This guy was a big shot with Anheuser-Busch, and he passed away young. Well, anyway, we got a whole bunch of Anheuser-Busch at this estate auction, but I bought this whole thing. Everybody just poo-pooed it. I bought the cabinet, the 2 speakers, all the components, the whole thing for $10.
Like $7.50 or $10. Yeah, it was
$10.
cheap.
And I bought
Wow.
a Sony DVD player as the CD player. I deleted the CD player because it didn't work, and I figured, well, if we're gonna have a CD player, I'm gonna use DVD players play CDs too. So I put in a nice. There's this mismatched Sony, because it's too new to be with the set. But anyway, oh yeah, it's sweet. I mean, it sounds awesome. If I'd had that thing in college, oh my god,
I'd be in jail.
Oh God, yeah, this guy had binders and binders and binders, and I bought all of them.
Oh, tickets,
of tickets. Like he got unused comp tickets for all this, like sports events, concerts, all this stuff. And he put it all in these binders. I mean, I sold thousands of dollars, and
we weren't able to buy it, but he had a big picture of Adrian Barbeau in this pretty revealing top or whatever.
but signed directly to him. I mean, this long thing. What, you're such a great guy. I love spending time with you. Blah blah blah. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, this guy, he was really,
Living the lifestyle.
yeah, living the dream. And he was early 50s.
Yeah, he was young, but he did have some weird pictures he took of himself where
Yeah.
he'd be like on his motorcycle shirtless, with like the bare chest hair hanging out, which I think is like, why would I ever walk into somebody's house and say, "Oh, that's a real nice photo of yourself," with your tight jeans on with no shirt on your motorcycle. It's just it's kind of
He had
weird.
he had magazine subscriptions to Gentleman's Quarterly and,
No, he
and
didn't.
Cat Fancy.
No, he didn't. Anyway, it's just it was just
Cologne.
like it wasn't like just like it was like you went to a photographer and had them professionally taken. They weren't like some spontaneous photo somebody took. They just blew. Like
Yeah,
it was.
like I got pictures of all my exes and
Those are mine are mostly Polaroids.
yeah, they're all on tin type, of course.
I should take off my shirt.
Todd had to have the art Michelangelo draw him before he got rid of them.
I should take off my shirt and sit on one of my mopeds and take a selfie.
No, you shouldn't. And this guy was like a manimal. He was like, he had the super like hairier than Burt Reynolds' chest. I mean, it's just like a fur-bearing animal.
Makes the girls want to trap him.
Yeah. Cough up a cat hair if you make out with him too much. I mean, a hairball. A cat hair.
What did you say?
I said cough up a cat hair. I meant a hairball. I was thinking of cats because they cough up hairballs.
Yeah, you can choke on those cat hairs. They're dangerous. Those cat hairs have been known to kill people.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I said it came out wrong. Like so many things in life, it came
man.
out wrong.
You're not going to
Coughed up a
elaborate on
cat
that
hair.
tomorrow. No.
Oglesby. Oglesby is east of here, I think.
I love you, but you're driving me nuts.
What am I close to? Now you got me curious. OG.
Do you know Stacy's got this new thing where she can just stare in your
Yeah,
eyes?
it's not too far. 26 miles away.
Hey, look, just like she used to look away.
Mhm.
Now she just stares her right in the eye. This looks so sweet. Let's go see.
Oh yeah, Oglesby is pretty much straight south of here.
Uh-oh.
Dude, no, it's 35 miles away. It's actually 27 miles away, but the shortest route is 35 miles. It's 27 miles as the crow flies, but there aren't any roads up through there.
Well, I remember the photomat booths, like where you drop off film and they look like those small coffee huts that sometimes you see now. Not sure some of those little buildings didn't get turned into little coffee huts.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jim Tara, do y'all do any promoted?
Yeah, we promote. I mean, we do like 2%.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've got all my old stuff promoted.
I mean, everything's promoted. I mean, usually, unless it's a very common item, I mean, I still run them at auction for 5 days. But yeah, I think we promote like at 2%. I know there's a lot of people that promote higher than me and stuff, but I don't know. I think it just depends what you got. I think the economy's a little slow. I think if you have like what I call like a lot of common items, they probably are moving a little slower.
Yeah, I got so much one-off. I
Yeah.
don't think it does me a ton of good to promote.
Yeah, I don't know.
I promoted like 5% on about 2/3 of my stuff.
Well, I think you also got to be like really look at the numbers too and make sure you're still making enough money when you start promoting higher.
Yeah, that's the most I promote is 5%.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I start
'Cause I
doing
mean,
that.
what? How much is your selling, Jim? How much does selling fees cost selling item? Is it like 10%
For
or
what? On what?
on eBay? Just in general, all the selling fees, like
I don't think any of the selling fees are that low.
what? It how
They're
much?
all like 13, 15%. Plus,
Yeah.
you got to pay
Yeah.
3% to your payment thing. I
So if
mean,
you start giving away like, let's say 10% promoted, now you're up to a quarter of your product that is
I don't
costing
even
you
think you
in
have to go that high
fees.
before you're up to 25%.
Yeah,
It gives you a graph though when you go on your summary.
yeah.
I think, or yeah, I think it's your something. One of those tabs you hit it, it'll tell you what your selling cost is, and it's alarming. So yeah, just you got to buy this stuff
Yeah.
cheap.
No, we were talking. He asked me if we promote. I said we only do it 2%. Now I know there's other people that experiment
Well,
with it and
promote
push
it.
it off
It'll
and
get you
stuff.
on Google Shopping. And you used to be able to do it at 1%. Now they make you do it at 2%. So do the 2%. It'll get you on Google. It'll get you on Google Shopping and get you a better internet
Does
exposure.
it still though? Because now they want you to do that off-site promoted or
Yeah,
whatever.
that stuff doesn't. No, it ain't
Yeah.
worth it. I don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
results may vary, but I don't. All I do is a 2%, and that's it.
Mhm.
And honestly, our sales seem to be in line with other people's sales who are promoting. So
Did y'all get the the note from eBay that says you now have unlimited listings?
I don't think I did. I didn't see that. I
'Cause
saw
that,
that in the private chat. That did Beth get it? No, or Maggie
yeah,
got it.
we have like the 10,000, but we never
Maggie
do
Yeah,
got
but
it.
they
anything.
sent out like recently, like, oh, now your store is unrestricted or something like that. You can list more or whatever. I don't think
Yeah.
we got it.
Last time I looked at mine, it had me. You are eligible to list 1 billion items.
I mean, I think ours
Oh,
is
I don't.
super
We have an
high
We've never been restricted on how many we can
on the
list.
main store. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it's so old. I mean the store's
I
from
mean, Jim
2000,
had this. The eBay store we sell off of. Jim actually had it when
1999 or
when he was
2000.
married to his first wife. Now it was just a buyer store then, but we've been really selling on it full time. I mean, we were starting to sell on it part time.
Yeah.
9,
Actually, John,
2010, we were
mine may be
doing it
two
full time.
billion also. It's been up there a long time, over a year, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we never had even when well, of course, yeah, when the store was brand new, there was no limit. It was
Yeah,
back. It
back in
was
the old
we're
days.
talking back in money order days.
But you
Yeah,
didn't sell anything on it
Pre-PayPal.
then. You just were using buying stuff.
No, I usually bought, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'd have to go to the post office and get money orders to send out, which was a huge pain in the neck.
I needed cha-ching.
Yeah, it would take you 2 weeks to get anything by the time you got your money order, by the time you got this, or whatever, and there was no like penalty for mailing this stuff late. So it was like, it would take forever for your stuff to come.
And to tell you the truth, we weren't selling a lot of small stuff like in 8 and 9. We would do this. Jim was still doing real estate. We would go around and buy up snowmobiles in the summer, and then we'd work on them, clean them up, have them running, and then we'd start listing snowmobiles like around before Thanksgiving. And that was like our extra winter mad money when real estate was slow. We would go and have like a line of 16 snowmobiles we would sell.
Yeah. Huh.
There used to be videos. I think Jim took them down, but we used to have this other YouTube. It was called Sucker Creek Camp, and it was videos, test drive videos
They're
of like
still up.
me on snowmobiles and stuff.
There's-
No, I tried to look at it. There's nothing on
Oh,
there.
they took them down?
I guess I looked at Sucker Creek Camp. I was going to show somebody. I'm like, oh, here's us on snowmobiles.
Oh.
How dare they take those videos down?
Well, I got a notification that was taken down.
I thought you made it private.
It was offensive or something.
Mm.
So I contacted YouTube, and they're like, "Well, we'll review it." And they're like, "Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that video. Somebody reported it."
And it was like a snowmobile or a
you
motorcycle.
in a snowmobile suit, riding a snowmobile, you snowmobile around in a circle, then shut the machine off and got off. That was the total video. No words were spoken. Nothing.
Oh, it wasn't the one I took my top off at the end.
Yeah.
Well, it was called Sucker Creek Camp.
Yeah.
So that YouTube channel was Sucker Creek Camp.
In northern Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin River goes through Vilas County,
there's a creek in the township of Conover. I think it's the border of Conover and Lincoln. Those two townships. That Sucker Creek runs from Lake of the Hills to the Wisconsin River. That creek there is Sucker Creek, and that's where me and my brother had our hunting land. But I called it Sucker Creek because everybody wanted to pretend, because they put a subdivision on the lake that it came from, which was, they now call it Lake of the Hills, but it used to be called Sucker Lake. And the lady who bought the property around the lake didn't want to have to try to sell a subdivision with the name of the lake that's on Sucker Lake. So
No, I didn't take my top off. That was a joke. And no, we don't have a Mercury jet prop sitting around either. I don't really have as many. I got a ski boat down here that we're gonna part out and get rid of the hull, but yeah, I don't.
if we had boat props, so we could have them hold you, have a tank top that shows your cleavage, you can hold it.
Oh, just like a boat prop bra.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, they'll
Jim.
have like a monkey wrench or a model car or whatever,
Yeah,
and the guy will
Jim.
have some woman holding it with her. I mean,
Yeah, that's not me.
dude, that's not gonna sell you.
I'm 51 years old. I think that would actually
Well, I think
decrease the
they hire
price.
dancers. or
Anyway,
something
I
to do it.
think the price would go down if I tried to do that.
They look like stripper boobs.
We don't want to say no sack.
Nobody wants to
on
see
our
that. There's a
Adam.
point in life where nobody wants to see that anymore.
I can't afford it. I can't afford to hire a girl, so I'm gonna hold it in front of my hairy chest.
Well, maybe if you're real hairy like that Anheuser-Busch guy, it might
Yeah,
work. I don't know.
have some
Sit on
beer
a motorcycle, oil yourself up.
Oh, I did. Cha-ching. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Speaking of get it,
Calphalon, glass-lidded 2-quart kettle chrome steel.
has anybody heard from Sally?
I know she's like eating real healthy and stuff because she's like trying to sell alfalfa sprouts or seeing if anybody wants them because she's growing like alfalfa sprouts. She's like on this like super healthy.
Well, she should come.
I don't know if I saw that on Facebook yesterday or if it was in the private chat.
Valerie was on a little
You
while,
get-
a few weeks ago.
Anissa, you got ears like a bat. Hardly anybody can hear me, but Anissa heard the cha-ching.
Oh, I didn't even hear the cha-ching. So you said something.
Yeah, we're all us oldies are going deaf, and Anissa heard it.
Yeah.
I got my right ear. I can't hear nothing out of it.
What?
Yeah, Jim's like his right ear. He lost the hearing aid. He got
Yeah.
got a cold.
And you know what happens when you can't hear stuff? People yell at you for not being able to hear, which I think is amazing. I'm the one who can't hear. I got the worst of it. You're bitching because I can't hear you. What, isn't it worse to be the person who can't hear?
Oh, you're always pretending.
It's
you
like
can't
yelling
hear.
at a blind person. Can't you read? No, I can't see. You're welcome. Can't you get that wheelchair up these steps? What's wrong with you?
Well, he's always pretending he can't.
I bet
hear
you if there was a
is the
ham
problem.
sandwich at the top of those steps, you could get that wheelchair up it.
Oh, gosh.
If I said, "Do you want a ham sandwich?" I bet you could hear it.
It depends on which way I'm facing.
Oh,
Because if I'm driving the car, if I'm a passenger, it's no problem. But if I'm driving, the person in the passenger seat is on my right side. I can't hear what I can. All I can hear is them. The sound bouncing back off the window at my left ear.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, because
See how skeptical she
oh, that's a
is?
cool coffee pot. No, because I'll tell him something. I'll be telling him something very important. So I'll talk for like 5 minutes, and then he turns to me and goes, "What?" So you let me talk for 5 minutes and not hearing me? That's what drives me nuts. Who made that coffee pot? That's actually kind of a cool looking one.
It's a Calphalon.
I don't think I've ever heard of it or really seen one like that. Is it
Uh,
coffee or tea?
It's just a teapot.
No.
It's just empty.
Mm.
But it, yeah, I learned Calphalon from Stephen and Steph, the resale killers.
Uh-huh.
They used to get lots of Calphalon stuff in those pallets they used to buy.
Oh, really?
That's what we were just watching that show.
Oh, yeah, we were rewatching that because we have Philo. We were rewatching that
They're on one of those
unboxing
channels, yeah.
shows. They had that like A&E show, where they get, where they did that palette thing. I just rewatched some of those the other night.
Their star was on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
They haven't done it. They still dumpster dive, but they haven't done a regular reselling show in a couple of years.
Oh, they're not doing any YouTube ones either?
Their YouTube is all about just their daily life, and
Oh, really?
these companies keep sending them stuff to test, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll make like 5 videos about their new sauna or
Oh,
five
cool.
videos about their new electric bicycles and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get my channel up where
Do people send you stuff?
people
Yeah.
send
Like
me stuff.
saunas and electrical
Yeah,
bicycles?
Cougar ants. Oh, look, I'm unboxing my free Cougar ants. Aren't they shiny?
there you go. Yeah, I've still got my resale killers box resizer knife. Yep,
Mm.
yep.
I think they were the first ones to brand like a box resizing knife. I know Lonnie did one afterwards, but I think they were the first one with that idea.
Yeah. In fact, I think Lonnie asked them if they weren't going to do it anymore, if he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they stopped doing it too.
Really? Lonnie in that?
Yeah, they did them for a couple of years, and then I think they just got tired of doing it.
I know I heard Cincinnati Picker went back to went to go be a real estate agent, and I think maybe his wife just does that foster care child, channel or whatever. But
No, he's
he's
been
not
putting
doing
out
any
some
reseller.
reselling videos.
Oh, is he still doing them a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Well, you can see how much I pay attention.
I don't think he does near as many as he used to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Steven and Steph, 560,000 subs. Jeez.
Yeah.
They're fun to
Well, they
watch.
had good enough personality to get that TV show on A&E. I mean, I only did one season of it, but you had them and like 4 or 5 other resellers. I know I should get up to snuff. I haven't really been watching. I like once in a while I'll sit down and listen to something, but I haven't been paying as much attention to YouTube.
Yeah, and this is fussing at you now. Look at that. That's why you like Todd. I'm a reseller that sells stuff. Yeah, I sell stuff.
There you go. He's the real deal.
I like YouTube, man. It's how I learned to be a reseller.
Yeah.
I learn new stuff all the time just watching
I
other.
remember it was like way back. I mean, we're up in Wisconsin, but yeah, again, it was like 2009. Jim just There was this video because actually it was good, and it was like for selling in the early days of eBay, so it would have been like the 90s. And we must have got it at an estate sale or an auction or something. It was like a
Oh,
5 VHS videotape
Yeah.
cassette thing on selling on eBay, and the guy really had really great information, and I can't remember what his name was, but he put out a course, and we ended up getting it. We didn't buy it direct; we got it. We at a thrift store or something, but it was really good, and I wish I could find it. I think we still have it. I
The
just don't.
the best advice the guy gave was if you buy something for $25 and you find out you can only sell it for 20, what the thing you should do is sell it for 20. Because he says
And move on.
instead of sitting there trying to get your $25 out of it for 6 years, he goes, sell the thing immediately, take the loss, and take that money that you got, what's left over, the $20 you got, and then now go buy something that's going to make you money. He goes, that's how you get out of bad buys. He goes, don't put up a bad buy and keep trying to get amount of money that nobody's going to pay. Take your loss and go take that money immediately, put it into something you can sell and make money.
So anyway,
That was, and I've used that.
and we never really paid attention to YouTube, but we went on there to see if that guy had his course was uploaded on YouTube, which it wasn't. But then we ran into like
Chastity.
Golden Fingers group when they used to have that reseller meet and greet, and they used to do like these 8-hour shows, or it's just people like hanging out in these
Was that the big Selena fan?
yeah, in these Google, chat room things on YouTube and broadcast it. And you had them, you had the people that did the private label stuff that were like up in Utah or something, or Idaho. I forgot their name. The Gilmans. You know, you had
Yeah.
Golden Finger. I remember when Dusty first started coming on, like Golden Finger's show. Now he's like super OG. You had Paul's show in the morning, Reseller Ronan. That's kind of how we started really paying much
Yep.
attention to YouTube stuff.
Yep. Mike says he was the first person to give Steve and Steph a super chat.
Oh wow.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin's been just screaming.
But remember, did you watch Reseller Ronan Paul at the end of every show? He'd go Bitcoin.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but yeah.
Did you what? Were you in Paul's chat? I mean, because that was a long time ago. But you came out. You were around kind of during it or right after it, or maybe towards the end of him.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen, I don't know, at least 15 or 20 of his morning shows.
yeah.
But then he just faded away. He got into jujitsu or
I honestly
something.
kind of liked it how YouTube was back then because it was very like relatable, regular people that were doing this for a living. Now sometimes, and I get it, it's part of it if you want to get like subs or view count and stuff like that. Now it's a little bit too much production behind it. But back then, when it was just like, the Wild West, it was just people sitting around and they talk about the good and they talk about the bad, and it was very relatable.
I sold my teapot to a viewer. What?
What?
Who bought this? Oh, Anissa, did you buy my teapot?
Oh, she
Oh,
gave you that cha-ching. Oh, that's why she knew there was a cha-ching coming. Ah, tricky.
oh,
Tricky.
she just had to go in and buy something from me because I sent her that picture frame. Look at Facebook. Why do I gotta look at Facebook? Oh, you sent me a message.
Ah.
I haven't looked. Uh, oh, she's showing me a picture of an old nasty teapot. Is that the one you usually use? They will clean up. Oh well, that's the first sale to a viewer I've had in like a long time.
Now you should have sent him a message like, make sure you
Hmm.
please send out immediately.
I think I'll fill it up with the old Christmas candy I never ate.
Oh, there you go. And then it'll be that, like syrupy texture because it's like half melted into the wrapper.
Yeah, I got all this. And during the
Yeah.
holidays, everybody always has candy around, and I went on the keto on January 1st, and I haven't eaten any of it hardly. I know. Yep. Well, I gotta go slap the high karate on and go torment the Lutheran ladies.
Oh, it's a Lutheran Day.
Yeah, thirsty.
Well, bring those Lutherans to their knees. Make them give you a.
Yeah, gives it extra flavor.
I'm arriving at cat litter boxes, smell the cigarettes.
Oh,
Maybe they're
there's a
smoking
cha-ching.
catfish.
Why
Oh,
didn't
there's
nobody
another
sell
one.
me
Oh
that
boy.
cha-ching? Oh no, that's a different one. I sold a cable.
Oh, it's probably another viewer.
Let's look. And they say you're gonna buy everything in my store today. You got 1,300 more to go if you want to buy everything.
There you go. I'll make you a good deal if you buy all 1,300.
And I got a message from some customer. Let's see. Yeah. They want to know how fast I can send it if they buy it. Another customer.
Mm.
So what did I? Who bought this cable? Orders. It's a oh, it's a modem. Yeah. I didn't think modems would sell all that well, but yeah, that one took a long time to sell. It was only $10.
Yeah. I don't usually mess with them because it seems like you always will have problems with them, you know, especially if they're used ones.
Yeah. All right, folks. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll do the show again, I guess. Unless Tom gets here and gets home and wants to do it tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to an auction,
All right.
so I won't be around, but I'll think of you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on, Jim Tara. And,
All right.
you know, as always, we love you.
Get Mr. Sadie to come on tomorrow. I'll listen to the replay.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye. Have a good day, guys.